Hello guys, I'm in customer's location trying to troubleshoot a car that takes too much fuel consumption, that takes a lot of fuel. And this car is 407 Peugeot, and you guys are going to be shocked what I'm seeing on my scanner. Now this is something which we often vlog about, but a lot of time most of you guys don't actually pay attention, so I'm going to be taking you through to see for yourself. And by the way, if you're coming to my channel for the first time, subscribe and turn on your notification. Now, on this very case study here, you're gonna see a lot of things. And this is where the real problem, where a lot of fuel consumption in your car started from. This customer is really complaining that this car takes about 30 liters of fuel within 2 days. That is extremely much. I've never heard about that before. So I know there is something that's going to be wrong. And the first one here is the oxygen sensor. But even as the oxygen sensor is bad, but there are still some other components which I'm looking at there. So here, I'm going to be showing you guys some of those things which we vlog about. So you take a look at it and see for yourself when we talk about car taking too much fuel. So I'm going to be going through the live stream data because there is a lot of code right there. I'm trying to erase it and it's not accepting to erase the code. So aside the fact that the AC is constantly on, but that's a different thing entirely. The AC constantly on, it shouldn't be draining fuel that much. So here, no. Because here is my live stream data here. The manifold absolute pressure is 26, but you look at the air temperature sensor right there, that is minus 15. There is no way. What I'm expecting to see around that place that's gonna be a good reading should be anything from 40 and above. You can see it right there. It's still going up. The air temperature sensor there. So in as much as the air temperature sensor there is something wrong with this car which I need to figure out. The throttle is minus 91 and it's crazy. Then the air temperature sensor is 17. I need to find exactly where the intake air temperature sensor for this car is, else this problem is not going to be resolved. So I want to go more. This is just within the by the way, why is the manifold absolute pressure gonna be 27? I think that's terrible, right? Well, not exactly. A very good absolute map sensor should be reading from 27 up above. When you rev the engine, should be going up to 50 and more. The battery voltage is around 15, which is a little bit high. So could be that the alternator is overcharging the battery, I don't know. But let me go back a little bit more. Let's go to emission control systems. Let's go to fuel injection and see how many milliseconds. Now we're seeing 8 milliseconds. That is too much. 8 milliseconds of injection timing pulse width is too much. Normally it should be around 3. Now this is another thing again. The coolant temperature sensor is giving minus 8 degrees. So let's go ahead and look at the car. And you can see the coolant level there is extremely low, so probably the coolant temperature sensor is bad on this very car and creating a lot of open loop sequence which is draining too much fuel in this car. That after that we talk about the intake air temperature sensor. I want to still go more. So you can capture this. There's a lot of code right there which we're gonna go on to check later, but for now let's check emission. Okay, The engine speed, the battery voltage, the status of the oxygen sensors, you see minus 19 voltage in the cylinder, upstream is minus 20. That's crazy. So what really happened? I just got in a new oxygen sensor there. Let me go ahead and unplug it and see what happens. Go ahead and unplug it first. Go back and check that reading. Okay. Okay, it's still showing minus 20, so which means this live stream data is not reporting accurately. It's not reporting accurately. There's something wrong. And you see the regulation here is an open loop, which I told you guys the system is operating open loop, so it's going to be taking too much fuel. So the first thing here is to erase the error code and take a look at the system again. And my scanner here is speaking a lot of language, so let me go ahead and reconnect back the O2 sensor. Reconnected. Now where is the intake air temperature sensor for this car? Most of them are often hidden inside the... Okay, so the intake air temperature sensor probably is in the map sensor, and that is why I was saying the map sensor reading is incorrect. So we got a bad map sensor creating an open loop in a system that is draining too much fuel in this car. Okay, status of the cylinder upstream inactive. So from here now we can be able to say this is what exactly is wrong with this car that is taking too much fuel. Okay, let's go through the electric supplies. Okay, ECM not locked, relay supply active, battery voltage power, and it says problem detected when transmission unlock code. No problem detected. So we go back there. Okay, we need to go through the intake. I think we've actually, so let's go through the ignition. Okay, and we're seeing wow, advanced timing minus 30. Why would they have advanced timing minus negative? Okay, simply because of the bad intake air temperature sensor. So a lot of things are compromised here, but the coils are firing great. Okay, the camshaft, let's look at the car starts fine, so that's not a problem for me at all. That's not a problem. What I'm looking at here, let's see the driving, the idling, the torque. Okay, the injection timing, like I said here, is 8 milliseconds, so it's too much. It should be around 2 to 3, not 8. 8 is a whole lot. So the customer was right when he said this car drinks fuel like mad. And if you are judging it from the look on the oxygen sensors, you're not going to get anything realistic there, because the oxygen sensor looks like there is no damn problem. Look at how the hell do angle throttle get to minus 90 degree and manifold pressure. Okay, look at the air temperature here going to minus 20. So as the car goes on, it worsens. So guys, now you know The realistic effect when we're talking about a car that takes too much fuel, this is what it is. So all those components, they're actually linked together. When they are not functioning as they're supposed to, then it goes on into taking too much fuel. Subscribe to my video, to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and I gotta catch you guys later. Now you know exactly what caused this car to take too much fuel, so you can use that information to diagnose your car of too much fuel consumption. I remain Dr. Peugoet. Fix. Bye for now.